Meet Diego. He's an absolutely adorable little dragon pattern that I just worked up from Hooks and Healers, and I want to talk a little bit about him today. So this is the Diego pattern from Hooks and Healers. She's one of my favorite crochet YouTubers, and I have to say that this pattern was really fun to work. It was also part of the Crochet Your Stash, Your Pattern Stash challenge that I decided to do a couple weeks ago, and I had purchased the yarn for this back when Joann's went out of business, so I'd had this pattern for quite a while. I've had the yarn for quite a while, so I figured this is a good time to make it. So as you can see, with her pattern, she did green and white. I opted for, I think this is I'm not sure what color this teal was, and then the purple. And when I was selecting the yarn for this, I got this actually before Joann's had gone out of business, when it was like 25 or 30% off. So I actually got this at a better deal than I ended up getting some of the other Juicy Couture yarn. And I got it at a better deal when it was going out, before the going out of business sale happened. The color is plum and it's sparkly, and I don't know if I have the yeah, I do have the color for this one. It was, that's plum as well. So obviously I don't have the color for the teal. I'm not sure what it was. So the pattern itself overall was easy to follow. It's low sew. You have to sew the head and the wings on. The feet, the legs, you make all four of them, and then you crochet around to lock them into place, and then you add the tail on as well. I did get confused with that part of it because I wasn't exactly sure by the written directions, but fortunately Annie does include videos in some of the more confusing parts. So the part where you're making the four legs, she has a link to a video. So she has a tutorial video that you link to show you how to do that. And I had done her horses, her little mini horses, a couple weeks, maybe a month and a half or so ago. So I knew how to do it from that pattern, from the video that she did from that pattern. So that was a bonus of already knowing how to do it. But I watched the video because she does have really good directions. Same thing with the tail. I was quite confused with attaching the tail, and she also had a video there to show you how to do that. So I love that about the video. I love that she included that. Now, I don't know if that's included. I'm assuming if you buy this on Etsy, the pattern is the same with the PDF, or the PDF would have the direct link to the video, because I got this from her Patreon. I am a member of her Patreon, and so I downloaded it from that. So I'm assuming the Etsy is the same. Now, what I do like about all of her patterns is they're tech edited, and she does say that on there. So that means, if you're not familiar with what tech edit means, it means that she's had someone other than herself to review it to make sure that the pattern is well written. She also has testers from her Patreon, and she also has testers. I think she just does a general Instagram, but I know all of her Patreon people get to do testing. And she had, so I've done Craig the Cave Dweller and the kitten that she had at, I think it was Valentine's Day. So I had done testing for those. So not only does she tech edit the video, the patterns, she also has real world testers do it. So that's one of the things I love about creators who do that. They really aren't just slapping together some things and not testing them in the real world. I know there's quite a few Instagram crochet people who do that, and I appreciate that people take the time to do that. As someone trying to write patterns for the first time, I don't have a network of people That's going to be more difficult for me right now because I think my Instagram has like 39 people or something like that. So, I hope to grow a following here on Facebook or on Instagram so that I can then offer people to test some of my patterns, because I do have quite a few in mind right now. I haven't worked through them all, and at some point I'm going to need testers. So I hope to get to the point where I'm going to be doing tester calls and getting to tech edit. Now back to Diego. Um, I will say up front, I hate sewing heads on. This is kind of floppy. I have had difficulty with that for many a moon. I cannot seem to get heads from not flopping back and forth. The Snoopy that I did had the same problem, and a couple other animals where the head and the body are separate if they're not no-sew. I often have problems with that. So that is not an issue of the pattern. It's an issue. It's operator error. And again, I also didn't do a really good job lining the feet up. She had a method of doing it, and I did the method, but I wasn't paying attention to where the toes were, and so he's a little pigeon-toed. But we love him anyway. And then I opted to do the fangs in white. In the pattern, the fangs are the same color as the horns and the interior of the wings. But since I didn't want him to have this color, I had some white from another project, so I just added that in. But I have to tell you, the sparkle yarn, that this Juicy Couture yarn sparkle is really pretty, especially out in the sun. And speaking of out in the sun, once Diego was finished, he got to go on an adventure to a Ren fair. There was a Ren fair last weekend, really close to where I live, about an hour away. So I took Diego with me, and he's going to have his very own video about going to the Ren fair. I hope you will subscribe to the channel so you can watch Diego's adventure. Next time I'm going to review the actual yarn that I used, because I have to say I was completely surprised by this yarn. Someone had commented on the video that I did about 2 weeks ago when I was doing this challenge, that I should do Diego because of the yarn that I had picked out for him, and because she said that may break you out of your Crojo mojo slump. And I have to say I really was happy with the outcome of Diego using this yarn, but I want to go into more detail about it. So look for that video in a few days. And like I said, stay tuned to go and see Diego and I at the Ren Fair, which will be coming up.